What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with a brand new episode of the SFL. That is right, the Smallz Football League. Week 8 is here, and we draw ever closer to the halfway point of season number 2. What a fun and subscriber-packed season it has been. Listen, man, we got the league blowing up. We got this channel blowing up. We got the Discord going nuts. You guys are awesome. Keep the entries coming and keep up that engagement. We're taking over YouTube. That's all I'm going to say. But we take on our division rivals here in Week 8, and the only team to hand us a loss so far, we are 6-1 on the season, that would be the Oklahoma City Eels. We know this team very well. They are our arch rivals, our bitter rivals, and they're really not killing it as far as stats go. I mean, they throw up a lot of points per game. They also allow a lot of pass yards and rush yards, but like they don't run the ball well at all. Passing attack, they're middle of the pack, but that doesn't matter. We know they got 4 subscribers on their team, including superstar development subscriber quarterback Mason Buchanan. So as always, I'm sure we're going to have our hands full with this one here today. So in today's episode, guys, we have 16 new subscribers joining the league, most ever in a single episode. Guys, we are up to 132 subscribers in the league. You guys are going absolutely crazy with it. Remember, no one is doing what we're doing here on YouTube, so please join in on the fun, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and get on in the SFL. So we're definitely going to highlight those 16 subscribers today. I know that you guys have some pending trade requests out there. We are going to handle all those next episode in week 9. That is the trade deadline. Gotta try to keep these episodes as short as possible. They're already long. I mean, think about it. We literally go over 100 plus weekly subscriber stats at the end of each episode. So I try to keep it as short as possible, but since we do have 16 subscribers joining, we'll do the trades next episode. So yeah, we'll definitely highlight them. And yeah, we got a lot to get into today. Cue the intro, man. And as always, guys, if you would like to join the SFL as a creative player, check the pinned comment down below. It's got all the information I would need to add you into next episode. Also, go check out the official SFL Discord, as I was talking about at the beginning. We got like 50-some members in there. I keep track of stats, standings, league leaders, general chat, and all of our SFL subscribers can just kind of come into one central place and talk that SFL crap, right? But and also check out the channel memberships too. Tons of cool perks, only a couple bucks a month, and you get to support me as a content creator. So we got 4 new subscribers joining your very own Tuscaloosa Terminators, one of them being a fan favorite from last year, and I'm talking Madden 24 SFL. So welcome back to the league, Tubby McDouble, the 6 foot, 270 pound power back out of Georgia. That's right, the McDoubles are going to be raining down on the screen whenever he scores a touchdown. And Tubby, good to see you back in a SFL jersey, brother. And he is most definitely a power back. Not very fast with 84 speed, but he can break tackles with 92 break tackle. He can truck you into next Sunday with 90 trucking. He's got 90 strength and 90 carrying. He is going to be backing up JJ Huntington on the power back sets and probably the goal line sets. So welcome back to the league, Tubby McFreakin' Double. So here's an interesting one. Also joining Tuscaloosa and also a returning subscriber from the Madden 24 SFL, we got middle linebacker Johnny Waters. So shout out at Jonathan Waters 6091 down there in the comments. And if you're just looking at the screen, you're probably thinking like, CJ, you got Roquan Smith and you got 2 subscriber middle linebackers. Like, what's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. We are giving Roquan Smith the David Njoku treatment. If you guys remember from earlier on, I auctioned off David Njoku, and anybody who wanted to trade for him dropped a comment on that video. I spun a wheel, and we traded David Njoku to the Albany Argonauts. So I'm going to put it out there again. If anybody would like to acquire superstar X Factor, veteran middle linebacker, 97 overall, Roquan Smith, throw me an offer down there in the comments, and whoever offers on him, I will spin a wheel next episode and I will trade Roquan Smith to your team at the trade deadline. But anyways, back to Johnny Waters.
Yes.
Welcome back to the SFL. Johnny is 5'11", 244 out of Notre Dame. Got the Brian Urlacher build here, and just like Urlacher, he can tackle a son of a gun with that 94 tackling, and pretty solid all around as well. Like, he's kind of like a hybrid back. I mean, he's got okay power finesse moves, okay zone coverage, enough to be, you know, like a true 4-3 linebacker, but he also has great block shedding, and he can pursue, just like Brian Urlacher, really good pursuit at 86. So he can kind of play in either scheme. Of course, we are rocking a 4-3 here on the Terminators, and Johnny should fit into our scheme pretty nicely.
Yes.
So welcome back to the SFL, Johnny Waters. And since we are losing an X-Factor player with Roquan Smith, it is only right to bring one back. So welcome into the Tuscaloosa Terminators, Blake Eugene Miser. Shout out at Blake, the 12th man down there in the comments. Blake is 6'8", 258 out of Benedictine College. He is very fast and a pretty darn good pass rusher as well. He's got 91 power moves and also 90 tackling. But even with that powerful build, he's pretty quick on the feet too with 91 speed. So he should replace Roquan Smith pretty nicely, and he is a true run stuffer, so really going to fit this scheme that we rock here. He's got the run stuffer ability, he's got Ripper, he's got no outsiders, and he's got inside stuff. We're playing a team this week in the OKC Eels who are not very good at running the ball. Yeah, good luck running the ball on us today, OKC. And got a new defensive tackle here on Tuscaloosa. So after losing DT Silas Vaden and losing linebacker Jax Vaden to the Massachusetts Smithies over in the AFC East, we are kind of recouping some of those pieces. So we got Emerson Rose Miser here, the 4th female player in the SFL. So that's right, ladies, if you are watching, join in on the SFL. This is not a males-only league. We let anybody play in the SFL. So Emerson here, 6'11", 288, also out of Benedictine College. And she has great power with 89 and also the ability to run through blockers with some pretty decent finesse moves. Definitely more of a power rusher, but got the finesse to back it up as well. 90 strength, so very strong. 84 block shedding and 88 tackle. Our defense has been playing pretty darn good this year, and we just got a whole heck of a lot better by adding these 3 subscriber defenders in today's episode. We got a new defensive tackle here on the Milwaukee Motors, playing alongside Chris Jones. So this is about to be a deadly defensive line. So welcome to the league, Daedric Valentine. Shout out at MFNDay down in the Discord for making this entry. Gave him the Chris Jones build as well with the number 95 and kind of looks like Chris and also plays with Chris. So we basically got 2 Chris Joneses on this team. But Daedric is 6'7", 350 out of Miami, the U. He's got 93 strength. He's got 91 tackle. He is very strong with the 85 power moves. He can shed blocks with the best of them, and he can lay a pretty darn big hit as well. With 80 hit power, the Milwaukee Motors having an okay season. They're kind of on a little bit of a losing streak. So bringing in Daedric to play along with all the other subs on the Motors may be just what they need to get back to their winning ways. And we got Daedric's brother, another defensive lineman, joining the St. Louis Sentinels at the left end position, and that would be left end here, Jalen Valentine. Again, shout out at MFNDay for making this entry. 6'6", 255, the Florida Gator. He is a power rusher. He's kind of got the Terrell Suggs build hybrid mix with the Micah Parsons drip. Also got the 11 from heaven on his chest. And similar to Terrell Suggs, I mean, he's a sure tackler, yes, of course, 84, but he's pretty fast at 85, got 89 power moves, very strong at 80 strength, and he can lay a pretty big hit. He's got great pursuit, especially. That was one of Terrell Suggs' best traits. He will hawk you down wherever you're at on the field. He will find you, and Jalen is going to do kind of the same thing with 85 pursuit. St. Louis Sentinels now got 3 subscribers. Welcome to the SFL, Jalen Valentine. Joining quarterback Nick Strickland on the Memphis Suns, we have a new subscriber, wide receiver, and that would be Miguel Guerrero. So shout out at Ace for making this entry. Miguel is 6'2", 230 out of Florida State. He is a deep threat, with the CD Lamb type of swag. And speaking of swag, this is only our second subscriber to join the Suns. Those uniforms are swag. If this is your first time watching, I did make all 32 of these teams. Go check them out. First video in the playlist. But Miguel, again, he is a deep threat. I would sure say so, with 96 deep route running to go along with 93 speed. And guess what? When you throw him a ball up in the air, like a 50-50 ball, he's got 92 catching. So chances are Miguel is going to be coming down with the rock. He also plays alongside Devontae Adams here in Memphis, and the Suns really looking to heat things up here in the SFL, no pun intended, and Miguel is going to be a bright star in the sky. Again, unintended. And this is nice to see. First subscriber joining the Juneau Snow Owls. Had not had any subs on the Snow Owls up until this point. I know we had another subscriber in the comments also wanting to join the Snow Owls, so I am sorry about that. Caleb dropped the entry about a day earlier, but it's all good. We got plenty of other teams to fill up here, but welcome to the league, Caleb Fusco. Now, I put an E on there. I know you did not submit your name that way, but Madden seems to think that it is profane if I spell your name Fusco.
What?
Don't ask me why. Madden has a very strange ideology of curse words and profane words. I don't know. So I just threw the E on there, but it's all good. So welcome, Caleb. He is a Lamar Jackson type of player here with the Jaden Daniels type of swag. He is 5'11", 201 pounds out of Kennesaw State. He is a scrambler like Lamar Jackson, and he has 93 speed, so fast like Jackson as well. Pretty good throw power, too, with 92. Accuracies are good, more so in the short range, but just like the scrambling quarterback that he is, he can throw darts on the run with 90 throw on the run. And just when you think you got him out of the pocket and you could bring him down, guess what? He's got 85 break sack. So good luck with that. But Snow Owls digging their uniforms. First time seeing these on camera, on a recording. And welcome to the Snow Owls and the SFL, Caleb Fusco. New defensive end here on the Albany Argonauts. So a lot of defenders joining this week, and I love to see that. And also the Albany Argonauts are getting quite popular. They have, of course, Superstar X Factor and channel member Bobby Donuts. And if you would like to have your player become an X Factor or a Superstar player, just check out the channel memberships. That's how you do it. And it's literally only a couple bucks a month. That is it. But not going to promote that anymore. Going to focus here on Chuck Pick.
Thank you!
So shout out at Mr. Juan77 for making this entry here. Chuck is, that is a fire type of swag there, if I do say so myself. I like that with the red and the yellow and the shooter sleeve there. That's pretty clean, but Chuck is 6'5", 245 out of Illinois. He is a speed rusher, and even for a speed rusher, not the worst power moves in the world. I mean, playing down to a 77, but finesse moves minus the morale is really at 91. So a very, very agile player, can find lots of different ways to get to the quarterback. He's pretty fast too with 85 speed, and he can shed blocks. So imagine that he is going to be living in the backfield over there in Albany. And welcome to the league, Mr. Chuck Pick. And we got another first here. First subscriber on the Portland Lobsters. Also in the AFC East, we got a new quarterback in town, Tito Flames. So shout out at T-Bit for dropping this entry here. And I do like the Lobsters uniforms. Look, I like all the uniforms, okay? I freaking created them, so I would hope that I like it. But a lot of these it's the first time I'm seeing them, on camera. So very, very clean, very, very fresh. And that is Portland, Maine, by the way, not Portland, Oregon, if you didn't know. But Tito here is 6'6", 260 out of the school from up north, coming from an Ohio State fan here. That would be Michigan. And Tito is a field general with 95 throw power. He has a cannon for an arm and also very accurate, especially in that intermediate range. So basically Tito is going to be like a surgeon, like a Joe Burrow type, carving you up in the field, a Drew Brees, pinpoint accurate. He can throw on the run too, so he's definitely no slouch when it comes to scrambling. Respectable speed at 85, nothing crazy, but definitely enough to get the job done. And with those accuracies, he's replacing, Baker Mayfield was the Lobsters quarterback. And he's a bit more accurate than Baker, so it should help the Lobsters, who are first place, by the way, in the AFC East. And welcome to the league, Tito Flames. We got a new cornerback here on the Toronto Thunderbirds, joining a very, very stacked cornerback room. So they got some DBs over here in Toronto. Welcome to the SFL, Hayden Ward-Fair. That's it, yeah, Hayden Ward-Fair. Okay, got to make sure I said that right, but he is a slot cornerback, and you guys know the slot roles in Madden usually always eat slot receiver and slot cornerback, so I would imagine Hayden is going to be getting some mitts on the pigskin. Love those Toronto Thunderbirds jerseys. The combination, very, very fire. But Hayden is 6'1", 200 pounds out of Texas A&M. He is a man-to-man corner with blazing 95 speed. So put him anywhere on the field, the slot roll, the boundaries, whatever. He's going to be able to keep up with the best of them. And he is just all around solid in both man or zone. So they can line up in any formation. They can call audibles. They can shift coverages, whatever the case may be. Hayden's going to be able to do it, and with the 81 play rec, he's going to know what's going on out there in the field as well. So joining Barnaby Hunt and Jordan Baker on the T-Birds, welcome to the league, Hayden Ward-Fair. And we got 2 new subscribers joining the Edmonton Coyotes. They just got their first dub last week, so feeling good about themselves and got some reinforcements coming. So welcome in here, BT Millie. So shout out at KYN Milton 9498 in the comments. And speaking of the slot role, we got ourselves a slot wide receiver. So DK Metcalf, subscriber wide receiver Timmy Winfield, and BT Millie. Going to be lots of options for Superstar X Factor channel member Caden Haskins to throw the ball to. So BT here is 6 foot 175 out of USC. This is the Zachariah Branch build. So the former USC Trojan turned Georgia Bulldog. Very, very interesting. Don't see a lot of college type of requests come in, but BT Millie is that. And he is also blazing quick with 95 speed, and he can get down the field in a hurry with 94 acceleration. So snap your fingers and he might just be gone, especially in that slot role, because we know the slot role is kind of OP in Madden. He can catch very well with 92 catching, and pretty good route runner too. Definitely a great short route runner, as you would want the slot receiver to be. So BT Millie looks pretty good here, and welcome to the Coyotes and to the SFL. Also submitted by KYN Milton 9498, we got a 6'6" corner joining Tyson Campbell and Diamador Lenore. So another very strong DB room. Welcome to the league, Hakeem Milton. 6'6" for a corner is absolutely savage. 210 out of Clemson, and he is a slot archetype as well. He's not as fast as the other corner that we highlighted, but 92 is still nothing to turn your head at. Like, that is still very, very good speed. He's also extremely agile as well with a 91 agility. Just like the other guy too, pretty good in both man and zone. So just an all-around solid corner. Play rec not as good, but I would say the acceleration and probably the jumping and maybe the agility for sure is a little bit better. So definitely the Coyotes got a little bit of help coming here. Can they make it 2 in a row? Hakeem Milton is sure going to help that cause out here today. Yeah! Got a new wide receiver here in the San Jose Industrials, joining fellow subscriber mate Yeezy Fuentes and also Dominic Marinai and Josh Pickney over on the defense. We got Hingle McCringleberry, a 99 rated overall X Factor name. 100% Hingle McCringleberry. That is freaking fire. And coming from San Jose State, I just figured, hey, why not join the San Jose Industrials, right? It made a whole lot of sense to me. 6'8", 222, deep threat. This is a Tyreek Hill build. And with the 98 speed, you see why. He is also just like the Cheetah, blazing quick. He can get down the field in a hurry with the 95 acceleration. And he specializes in the deep route running with 89 deep route running. Don't sleep on him in the intermediate and short range. But his forte is going to be, I'm going to moss you for 70 yards. Like, that's what Hingle is going to do here. So definitely helping out these San Jose Industrials, who are having a pretty good season so far. And welcome to the league, Mr. McCringleberry. Joining these Salem Steelhawks, who now have 8 subscribers, by the way. So one of the more popular teams in the SFL. We got a new left tackle, so I believe like our 3rd offensive lineman here in the league. That's always good to see. Welcome to the left tackle position and to the Steelhawks, Jerry Tress. This was submitted by Joe Uno. So at Sleepy Joe Edits, another subscriber here on the Steelhawks tight end. But Jerry is just the big hunk of man here. 6'10", 400 pounds out of Alabama. A power type of tackle, as you would expect, right? 400 pounds. He better be powerful. And I would sure say that he is. 94 strength and 90 pass blocking. Man, subscriber quarterback Cameron Moore is going to have a whole lot more time to sit back there and survey the field. He's got 90 pass blocking, 90 impact blocking. Decent run blocker, too, with 80. Definitely more of a pass blocking tackle, but just all around solid. Going to be offering a ton of protection here in Salem. And welcome to the Steelhawks, Jerry Tress. And last but certainly not least, we got a new subscriber quarterback here on the St. Petersburg Manatees, Nick Snow. So joining strong safety W Mans here on St. Pete. I know you wanted to join the Juneau Snow Owls, but the St. Pete Manatees, we do play them in just a few short weeks. So you will be able to see your subscriber player on full display. And Nick here is 6'4", 215 out of UCLA. He is a field general with 97 throw power, so a very, very strong arm. Pretty good accuracies too. 84 deep, 84 medium, and 89 short. He's got some good morale, or that's, temporary boost to those stats. And really no weaknesses. Like Nick's got solid stats in every single department. He may not be the master of one specific thing, but he can do it all. And really, throw. He's very strong. Like that is probably his best trait, and very fast too. 90 speed and 92 acceleration. So he should be a threat. He is replacing Trevor Lawrence on the Manatees. So welcome to the league, Mr. Nick Snow. Thursday night primetime, taking on our division rivals. It does not get any better than this, and we know this team very, very well. As I said, they are the only team to beat us so far, so we are looking to have a bit of a revenge game, if you will, under the lights and on a national TV, going on down to the Pit in Oklahoma City. So if you guys are fired up for this SFL series and you're loving this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, let's get on down to the Pit in Oklahoma City and get ready for the game. Jake Power is one of the best in the business here in terms of receivers. I know he's top 5, or at least he was top 5 in receiving touchdowns, and I think even yards too. It's all in the Discord, so if you want to go check it out, it's there in the Discord. But here come your Tuscaloosa Terminators, hoping to get revenge on our bitter arch rivals in the NFC South, the Oklahoma City Eels, as they did beat us last time. And here comes superstar dev, subscriber quarterback out of Michigan State, Mason Buchanan, hoping to keep the streak alive for the Eels. And we got some new defensive pieces here on the team. We're going to see them right away, as the Eels are going to start with the ball. That was Hunter Renfro on the return. He is stopped up short. And here comes Mason Buchanan. We get a look and see what type of season he is having so far. Pretty good. Only thrown 3 interceptions, and amazing touchdown interception ratio, and also up there in yards too. Our quarterback Drew Thompson is, I think, at like 2,000, so that's kind of like the benchmark for the tops of the league. But Mason not far behind, and the touchdown interception ratio is certainly better than Drew Thompson. We got to watch Grom Briner, man. He's a slippery snake back there, running all kinds of routes out of the backfield. It's Grom Briner. Yes, but not explosive at gain of 7. And for some reason, Roquan Smith's in there. I got to change that, because that is supposed to be our new subscriber, Johnny Water.
Come on, man.
It was the sub linebacker. That's where Roquan Smith was hiding. So got that settled up. Brandon Moore, the subscriber safety, probably going to send him on a blitz. It's Grom Briner. Had a chance to get him there. He slips multiple tackles. Amari Taylor couldn't wrap him up, and that actually was Johnny Waters there, number 56 on the stop, but not before the first down marker was achieved. And Grom Briner, so far with both of the Eels touches in this one. I think we're going to go man coverage here. I always want a user on Briner for sure because of all that motion, and Powers there, Alex Powers that is, going to make the tackle on Jordan Addison. Nice pickup of 8. Buchanan coming out single back. We're going to send some pressure here at him. Not a huge fan of how our defenders are lined up. And, oh, come on. Brandon Moore couldn't get the tackle on Renfro. What are we doing? And we just got juked. Oh, my God, dude. TJ Huntington finally got to Hunter Renfro, but I don't think I've ever seen Hunter Renfro make a spin move like that. I mean, I see a jockstrap on the field because Brandon Moore, brother, I'm sorry. Brandon Moore got the tackle broken. Jaden Taylor got juked, so just subscribers getting their ankles shattered all over the place. What an explosive run by, yes, Hunter Renfro. Okay, not a big fan of that, I'm going to be honest with you. And Eels already got it way down into our territory. We're going to have TJ Huntington. Oh, I missed the tackle. That's on me. That's 100% on me. That was not on Amari Taylor. That was on me because I'm a terrible angle taker. My angles suck. I always overshoot routes and got that dreaded turbo button on, and I miss people. So, yeah, that was on me. But regardless, the Eels got it now in prime scoring position. Where are they going to go? I had a chance on Briner, and I just kind of thought it was going to be a play action, if I'm being honest. It wasn't. Oh, no, it wasn't at all. Far from it. And, wow, that drive looked very, very easy for the Eels. I hope that is not a sign of things to come here today. But if Mon Capitaine Drew Thompson has anything to say about it, I think that he's going to lead the boys down there on a nice charge. Yeah, the yards over 2,000, that is best in the SFL right now. Touchdown interception ratio, though, definitely not as good as Buchanan's. And I'm really hoping that we don't add to those interception totals here today. It's always a possibility. The Eagles do got a really good secondary. We'll show their defense here in a moment, but we're going to start out on the ground to Huntington. He gets absolutely nothing as he is brought down there by Big Trey Hendrickson, number 91. Jake Powers, though, got the heavy press over there and may actually be in single coverage. I mean, we're definitely going to target Powers. Almost got sacked there by Quinnen Williams. That was a bad play. Yep, it was bad protection, really. It was a good play call, and it was a good decision, but it was bad coverage or bad pass protection, I should say. And here on 3rd and 11, I got to dip into my old bag of tricks here. I don't usually like calling my own plays, but we got to draw something up that we feel confident about. And Powers again on the press situation. I'm going to send him deep for sure, but probably looking at, let's see, was going to say Huntington. It's Zach Ertz trying to turn up the field. He got very close. Why am I tempted to go for it here? Why am I tempted to go for it here? Because I'll tell you why. Because I know the Oklahoma City Eels. This is a terrible play call. Oh, this is a terrible play call. But something's telling me to do it. You know, the Eels are always tough. We got to match them score for score here. We're going to go to Huntington. Thank you. Oh, look, still tons of room. Dead leg him. I probably am not going to do that anymore in the game. I'm not usually a big risk taker like that, but I don't know. The Madden gods were speaking to me. They're saying, CJ, go for it. You suck. The Eels are about to blow you out, etc., etc. Lucky for us, it worked. I'm probably going to put Powers on a curl here. I like that, and we might have, should be Powers. He dropped it. Jake, I'm going to need you to not do that anymore, brother. Got a little adversity here down in the pit. We're going to have JJ Huntington block for us and just see who can get open. It should be Scooby, and Scooby hangs on to it. What a clutch weapon he has been ever since joining the league. We got the McBoomski brothers now in full effect, as we got Scooby McBoomski, the tight end, and also Shaggy McBoomski, the linebacker. So lots of subscribers here. I'm loving it as always. I am going to entertain the press, I suppose, with Jake Powers. I don't really like the idea of targeting Sauce. Oh, Powers should have this. Powers should have this. Come on, Jake. Dr. Dre Harris, the subscriber corner. What a amazing recovery, as he got beat initially by Powers, but he was able to recover and get the bat down. Double team Quinnen Williams here. That seems like a good idea. We're running a little trap play. with Huntington. Huntington, how did Jelani Tavai shed his block, man? You guys know, that in Madden, if you press the turbo button, the defender sheds blocks, right? Yeah, that is a thing. I've tested it. I know it's a thing. So you got to wait to press turbo until the very last minute. I did not. And now we're facing 3rd and 4. So little mesh concept here should work. It's Tyler Boyd. That was not supposed to go to Ty Huntington. That was supposed to go to Tyler Boyd. It was a wildly inaccurate pass by Drew Thompson, but luckily, Ty Huntington was clutch and right place, right time. Man, I came out RPO, but yeah, I might just keep this as a run. Honestly,
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
And dude, can I get some blocks? That's that auto-generated guy, Chris Brackett. That was a very ideal defensive formation that they came out in. Very conducive to a run, but wasn't conducive for us because we didn't get diddly squat on that one. And now it's 2nd and 10. We are in Corey Booter field goal range, so, got to keep that in mind. There's Jake Powers. 2nd drop of the game. Jake, I'm going to need you to not do that, please. Putting Jake on a curl, but man, Jake, if you drop it, you know what? You're fine. You're a great player, but don't drop it, please. I don't want to settle for a field goal. Let's please pick this up. McBoomski time. There we go. Scooby. Big number 86. Getting this thing all the way down to the 4-yard line. And we got ourselves set up in prime scoring position. This should be J.J. Huntington time. He hasn't had the best running game so far, but usually he dominates down here in the goal line because I'm pretty sure he leads the SFL in touchdowns. So let's get in there. JJ, way to tie it up. And go ahead and spike that puppy just for good measure. So a great opening drive by the Eels, but we respond. Possibly the dumbest play call by me going for it on 4th down in our own 25. But you know what? Scared money don't make money. And I'm not making money on this game anyways, but I just felt like the analogy applied there. So Corey Booter will drill it down 7-7 as the first quarter winds down here to a close. So we are knotted up 7-7 here. Fun, exciting first quarter. Eels got the ball, though, and going to need our defense to make a play or two. But if nothing else, our offense looked pretty good on that first drive. So we should be poised for a pretty good matchup here today. Got a little blitz action here. We're going to also use her up on Johnny Waters. He is playing coverage center field, and he actually was the one there to tackle Gerald Everett. The catch was made, but a nice tackle by Johnny Waters is going to force a 3rd down. And I really kind of feel like going all-out pressure here. We're not going to go all-out pressure, but I'm definitely sending a couple bodies here in the backfield. We'll see what Buchanan decides to do. He is motioning over Austin Hooper, and that's going to be another catch there by Gerald Everett. Alex Powers makes the stop, but great play call by Buchanan and these Eels. Now Buchanan coming out single back. We're going to use her up on D-tackle Emerson Rose-Miser. Oh, she was almost there. Lay a big hit, Jaden. He laid a big hit, but unfortunately we missed. So, not really too bad. It's only a gain of 5, but I was trying to force a fumble or, lay a big hit, bring out the stretcher. Actually, that can't happen because there's no injuries in this game. I got him turned off in this series. Johnny Waters on the blitz. Let's see if he can get home. I'm scooting up to that line. He's not. Man, Gerald Everett's catching everything in this game. And the Eels, great drive continues. Buchanan and the boys doing whatever they want to. I know we are going to switch to man, though. I have been playing zone, and zone just really hasn't been working. It's Grom Briner, and there's Jaden Taylor, and also Johnny Waters combining on that monster TFL. Jaden Taylor throwing the axe down, getting fired up, as he just made a very, very good play on the subscriber running back. Got a little weak side blitz here. Marcus May, of all people, he's going to be the one in there to run down. We're going to use her up on Rose-Miser again and trying to put some moves on Buchanan. Man, these receivers are just open everywhere. And that was Austin Hooper, the backup tight end behind Gerald Everett. And the Eels got it down to the 2-yard line. Man, I'm telling you, this team is always tough to play against. And this might be blitz, this might be risky, but that's why I'm calling the Casino Blitz, man. Casino Blitz, high risk, high reward. See if he hands it off to Briner. I'm trying to time the snap up right, but doing a poor job. And Briner going to squeeze in. Briner going to squeeze in, and that is now his second touchdown of the game. So Grom is having a very good half. Got to find a way to put some pressure on these Eels, man. Aside from just a couple good plays here and there, they are controlling this ball game. And we'll see if our offense can duplicate what they did on their first drive. There are the passing stat leaders. Shrew Thompson up there at number 1. But I see all 5 subscribers. All top 5 are all subscribers. And that makes me a very, very happy boy, because it shows me that our subscriber players are showing up and showing out. Again, that's all in the Discord. If you would like to check it at any time, join the Discord and check it out. But yeah, let's see if we can keep this momentum going. Tyler Boyd going to catch it on the mesh spot, turn up field, and pick up about a gain of 11, getting us down to the 32. I would like to establish some type of rushing attack with J.J. Huntington. So far, we haven't had it, and I want to say we didn't really have it last week either. JJ's usually pretty good, as, you know, he was, I say it all the time, but the reigning offensive rookie of the, or offensive player of the year. This game, though, kind of a tough day at the office for the young man. This seems like a little bit better play call, though, hopefully. Little gun trips tight end flex, trying to cut up field. JJ gonna get very close. Got almost all of what he needed. It's gonna be a 3rd and 1. And do we stay on the ground, or do we throw a pass? I'm thinking we stay on the ground? Question mark. Little single back wham seems like a good idea. Should have brought in Tubby McDouble. I gotta make sure I work him into some more sets before next episode. But JJ just needs you to pick up 1 hard-fought yard. What a monster block thrown. I didn't see which offensive lineman that was, but somebody picked up a block that was going to end J.J. Huntington's career if it would have connected. So, random offensive lineman number 1, shout out to you, brother.
Yippee!
2nd and 10, though. We dodge a bullet right on the 50. We're going to come out play action, and who's going to get open here? Oh, I should have hit Scooby last minute. Man, I was gun shy. Either going to be Powers or McBoomski. One of these two. Let's see who it is. It might be neither, because it might be J.J. Huntington. There we go, leaking out of the backfield. We know he is an awesome, awesome receiver out of that backfield. Always amongst the top in receiving stats for RBs. Had a pretty clean pocket there. We did have that auto-generated Chris Brackett bearing down on us, but we were able to get the job done. And approaching the 2-minute warning here. Who got the ball first? The Eels, right? Right? Was it the Eels? I think it was the Eels. I'm going to assume that it was the Eels. And looking to maybe get a little double dip scenario. Wow, Huntington getting a lot of action out of that backfield. He's going to pick up 9 and take us to the 2-minute warning. All right, 2nd and 1. We are in field goal range, but you know a young man wants more. So let's just kind of survey the field here. Ooh, that was nearly disaster. Jelani Tavai, he's a good coverage linebacker, so we always got to be cognizant of where he is at on the field. Can I do a player Tubby McDouble? Is that a thing? No, it's not giving me the option for that. That kind of sucks. I forget what my power type of set is. That's the thing. I want Tubby in on this play. Maybe it'll be Tubby. It's not. Okay. That's all right, though. Ooh, Power's getting some kind of pressed over there as well. Hopefully, Huntington can pick this up. He should be able to with ease and then some. So now JJ is running pretty good. And you know what? I am in no hurry whatsoever to snap this gosh dang ball. Man, Powers is getting pressed, but I don't trust it. I just don't trust it. Something would happen. Oh, but I trust Ty Huntington. And Huntington we trust, and he's in. Yes, thank you. Another great response by the Terminators. I guess my only bugaboo is that we kind of scored a little bit too quick on that one, because I'm sure the Eels with 1 minute and 12 seconds, gosh, that's like a whole freaking quarter in Madden. Teams can do so much with that, but I would be hard pressed to think that they wouldn't go down here and score, but maybe this subscriber pack defense has a few tricks up their sleeve. It's looking kind of like they're going to go pass, which obviously, like, that makes sense. They're trying to score. I didn't know how, how conservative they were going to play this one. So, oh yeah, there goes Grom. Got to have a man out there. Got to always have a man or a woman out there with Rose Miser. She's not fast enough. Oh, someone gets a Buchanan. My God, dude. I know he's got wheels. I know that from previous matchups against these Eels. I didn't think that he had wheels and the trucking ability like that, playing freaking Mason Jackson out here, Mason Vick. Like, somebody plug in your favorite running QB. That's who Mason Buchanan is playing like today. And there's Miles Sanders, not Grom Briner. But what did I tell you? Not even 20 seconds taken off the clock, and the Eels are already down into Tuscaloosa territory. And they're already in field goal range, so they pretty much got points locked up on the board. Ooh, 0 tight ends. Man, coaches. Look, coach is saying it, double safety blitz. That's uber aggressive because we are literally going to be man coverage with everybody. I'll have Austin Kringle be an extra defender out here because I don't want to get too cooked. I mean, that's actually not bad, as Johnny Waters going to make a tackle. And the Eels did, in fact, call their last time out. So right now, we need to try our darndest to hold them to a field goal. Let's get a little outside shade going on here. And maybe, got a cornerback blitz with Amari Taylor. Again, it's picked up beautifully. Aiden Leslie there to make the tackle, but the Eels got no timeouts, so they got to move quickly. And, oh, God, I usured up on a DB. I never want to do that, but Buchanan throws it away, I'm sure, just setting up for the field goal. So that's fine. And you know what? They left us 14 seconds, and we got Jake Powers on our team. We have seen that happen numerous times, so you best believe your freaking grandma's britches that I am going to try some deep bombs to Jake Powers. Also, I don't know why I said your grandma's britches, but you better freaking believe them.
Okay.
Maybe I get a pass interference, right? That's always the thing. And, yeah, I mean, we're going to try it. Like, a pass interference is actually do happen kind of often in this game, believe it or not. So it's going to be Boyd or Powers. One of these two chaps is going to get a shot. I mean, of course it's going to be Powers, and this could be a PI situation. Oh, Powers caught it! No! That happened to me before! So close, but so far. It's going to pad the stats. Didn't that happen semi-recently, I feel like? Didn't we do that semi-recently where we caught a potential game? Maybe I'd have been against the Eels last time they beat us. I don't know. But wow, nice catch by Jake Powers, though. And you get a look at, obviously, we're Thursday night, so all the games still slated. Check the screen here to see who your subscriber is matched up against, or just go check out the Discord. It's there as well. And we should be primed for an exciting second half of football here. I really, really need to continue feeding JJ Huntington. Mason Buchanan was carving us up. Why does it say he has a 0 rating? Has it been all short passes? Surely not. Well, either way, we're going to defend the deep pass, and we do get the ball, so let's come out of here with some firepower and put up some points on our opening drive. And JJ is, in fact, the leading rusher in the SFL. Also, Caleb Small of the Las Vegas Jacks was in there as well. So always like to see that, and hoping to see a few more subscriber running backs get in there as well. But it's 1st and 10 here, first drive out of halftime. Can we make it a good one? I don't really know who's open. Jake Powers might have got held on that one. Dr. Dre Harris, you're putting the seatbelt on. I guess it was good defense, but it kind of looked like a little bit of PI to me. Of course, I'm going to be biased, obviously, but I don't know. It's second and 10. That's what I do know. And we're going to come out mesh concept here and looking for Scooby. He was open. He would have had a big yak on that play. But Drew Thompson is nearly sacked. And just like that, it is 3rd and 10. It's a big, big one here, guys. I want to go to Boyd on that levels, but we got Sauce Gardner out there on a wide.
Oh, hell no!
Did I do it? I don't know how Sauce dropped that. Why? Don't be like me when you grow up, all right? That's all I can say. I literally did what I said I shouldn't do, and I targeted Sauce Gardner's side of the field. Why? Why would I do that? It's like I talked myself into doing it. I need a big hit stick. Ooh, that was a nice hit stick there. Didn't really amount to much, but what a wasted opening possession because I am an imbecile. And now we give Mason Buchanan and these Eels a great opportunity to stretch their lead. Unless, of course, our defense can step up and make a play. I am sending some pressure here out of the backfield. I'm going to have Kringle become a defender, and crossing routes always ever so broken in Madden. I should know because I run a lot of them. And Gerald Everett now up close to 100 yards. And Austin Kringle not happy about it. We almost got to him there with the Mari Taylor on the corner blitz. But the Eagles? No, not the Eagles. The Eels continue to carve us up. I don't know, guys. I just do not have a warm, fuzzy feeling about this. Look at Johnny Waters getting in there. Not going to register as a TFL, though, as it's no gain on the play. But it might as well have been a TFL. And Johnny Waters, I feel like he's made a couple good plays in this one. So nice to see our new subscriber linebacker getting in there, getting down and dirty, and getting to Ground Briner. Aiden Leslie trying to spin off. Oh, had a shot on Buchanan, but the poise in the pocket was just unreal as he was able to connect with Jordan Addison. They got it down to the 25 already. Gotta do something, man. Gotta get back there to Buchanan. Maybe TJ Huntington can do that. He's picked up by Ground Briner. And just wide open is subscriber wide receiver Ray. Can we please just play good zone coverage? I need Brandon Moore to play a little bit of man coverage. Speaking of coverage, and where's Buchanan going to go? He almost got sacked. And that was Emerson Rose Miser, the defensive tackle. Not going to register as a sack. Pressures, they don't keep track of pressures in Madden, which I think is very dumb. Because pressure is almost a better indicator than sacks, really. Because pressure can bust pipes, as you guys know. And they don't keep track of pressures, though. If they did, Emerson Rose Miser would have got one there for sure. But still, holding the Eels to a field goal, I would consider that a W. Now, let's do more than a 3-and-out on this drive, please. Might have a good kick return, and we will not. I kind of want to send Powers, but I'm not gonna. Let's just check it down to Scooby, who drops it? Question mark? Thought that landed in his lap, but apparently freaking not. Powers getting pressed. I see it, but coach did call this mesh concept. That might just have to be what it is. Boyd cannot hang on. I know I'm putting my receivers in some tough spots. But you got to catch a ball. You got to catch a ball, man. I mean, they're not all going to be wide open, like the Eels. They're not all going to be wide open targets in the middle of the field. You got to hang on to some of those tough catches. And so far, we're not doing it, trying to punch that ball out there. Roquan Smith still playing special teams. And remember, if you want to trade for Roquan Smith, put it in the comments, and I will spin a wheel and auction him off to the highest bidder next episode. All right, man, the Eels got a chance here to really assert their dominance, and I do not want to have our only 2 losses be to these guys. I'll be honest with you. Can someone get to Buchanan? There's not a singular person in sight. I mean, Brandon Moore leveled him, yes, but Buchanan just doing everything right, and that is why he did earn Superstar Dev last season. I did not give that to him. He earned it naturally, and I'm going to have Amari Taylor, the little double team out there on Ray. Ground Briner going in motion. Where's Buchanan going to decide to look on this one? It's just going to be Hunter Renfrow wide open in the middle of the field. And I mean, I know Mason has a couple throwaways. I was going to say, does he just have a perfect completion? He doesn't, because he does have a few throwaways. But aside from the throwaways, though, everything else is perfect. And we got Briner out here running a route. What is our defense doing? Subscriber Ray just wide open. TJ Huntington makes the stop. Brandon Moore getting into it with the Ray there. A little subscriber on subscriber action. But the Eels primed and ready for another score. I'm run committing. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do. A huge loss. And that is TJ Huntington, one of the Huntington brothers. Also, Johnny Waters was in there as well. But a huge TFL there on Briner. And that is where having Blake Eugene Miser with his X Factor, or one of his abilities, says if I guess run up the middle correctly, he instantly wins block sheds. And I would say that was definitely an instant win block shed. Brandon Moore preventing a touchdown. No gain to Briner. Can we possibly hold them to another field goal? We got to go pressure. I know it's risky, but I mean, I'm not just going to let Mason Buchanan just sit back there and carve us up. I will have Shaggy McBoomski play a little bit of coverage and doesn't even matter. Ooh, Hunter Renfro didn't get in. He slid for whatever odd reason. John Kraft was there, and the Eels are not going to go for this. Wow, the Oklahoma City Eels sans the cojones. No cojones out here on the field. And somehow, some way, by the miracle of the Madden gods, we do hold them to a field goal. But it's not going to matter if we can't produce any freaking points. All right, so it is a 9-point game. We have the ball. Got to score here. Must score situation. But even if we do score, which I really, really hope that we do, we're going to have to find a way to, I was going to say, do something that we haven't done all day, which is stop the Eels. But we have. We have held them to field goals. And I guess, you know, I know I'm getting way ahead of myself here. But I guess if we do score and we do hold them to a field goal, like, that's actually not the worst thing in the world. But we'll see how it all plays out here. We're going to go a little play action and send Tyler Boyd in motion, see who can get open here. Let's just dump it down to McBoomski on the block and release. Gain of 4, but, you know, still a formidable pickup. And the Eels, normally good at takeaways, so far they have 0. Screen pass sounds good. Just keep it safe here. Don't want to do anything crazy and turn the ball over, because this game is far from over. So let's see if Huntington can get it done. Looking like he is. And Jelani Tavai, I guess, has elite speed. Maybe it's because I was holding that turbo button. I'm sure that's what it is, because again, we all know that turbo button, you can't press it. But anyways, I pressed it, and we're here on 3rd and 2. I might just keep this as a run, honestly, because Sauce Gardner is lined up on Huntington. And, God, where's the blocking, dude? Unreal. It's got to be 4-down territory, right? Yeah, even the coach says go for it, so who am I to argue with the coach? Who is me? I was going to go for it anyways, and I'll tell you what, Jake Powers is going to go up the seam. This will probably be a tight end dump off, but I guess you never know. Yeah, Zach Ertz, safety blanket. What a nice catch. He's been a good addition to have, Zach Ertz, and we see he balled out in that Commanders game against Philly. Obviously, Commanders lost. Unfortunately, I was pulling for him. I don't know about you guys. I sure was. If Sauce Gardner takes McBoomski, Huntington will be wide open. He's not going to take McBoomski. Tyler Boyd's going to catch it, but we may just be taking a little bit too much time off of this clock. Yeah, we're down to 6 minutes, so we kind of got to move here, and that should be a wide open Ty Huntington. Tell you what, he's having a good game, and that was a way to get open downfield in that little intermediate range. Play action tight end seam, based on the stats, it doesn't seem to work that often, but I'm hoping that it works here. And maybe we can hit McBoomski up. Come on, need a good pass from Thompson. McBoomski was open, but the pass was just a little bit inaccurate. All right, coach is drawing up a good one here. PA cross. Didn't we score on this earlier with Ty? I think that we did, and it's probably going to be Ty's read again, I would think. It usually is, but not that time. Zach Ertz drops it. Man, receivers got the Bart Simpson Butterfingers on this one. Come on, TE attack. Do not fail me now. The coach did call it as well. Can I roll out? I probably will not be able to. Huntington is going to hold on to it. And I guess we take the points. I don't like that. Let me stop talking here for a minute. I don't like that, but we would need 2 scores anyways. So I guess get some of it now type of mentality. But if the Eagles score anything, even a field goal, it is more or less over at that point. See where Mason decides to go here. Will he go to Briner? Well, he's not going to hand it off. That much is for sure. I mean, dude, why are these? That's the fullback, Alex Arma. Now they're just rubbing it in. Even the fullback's getting involved. You got to be kidding me, man. And I don't know. Our defense definitely taking a step back today because they have been playing well. They've been playing really, really well as of late. But just for whatever reason, the Eels have our number. And it is going to take something. It is going to take something right here to pull this off. I don't feel good about it. I do not feel good about it. Briner feels good about it, though, as he picks up 7. And the Eels at getting way more yards than they typically do. And, of course, it's against us. I almost want to run commit here. I probably should. It's going to be... Oh, Waters had a chance on Briner. But Briner probably just won the game. And, I mean, do I even bother calling a timeout here? I don't think it really matters. I don't see a world where we can even get back in this game. Like, it would literally take a turnover right here, an interception, or a forced fumble. I'm trying to time it up with Huntington, and Mason Buchanan just completes everything. He's at 300 yards. No touchdowns, though. Interesting stat line. Yeah, Briner has the 2 touchdowns, and aside from that, we've been holding them to field goals. But the problem is we haven't produced that elite offense that we're used to seeing. There's John Kraft, who is one of the leaders in the SFL in INTs. John, I would really like one right about now if you got it in you, brother. We'll see what OKC does here. It probably doesn't matter, right? Oh, come on. A nice sack would be great. Oh, it is a forced fumble. Oh, we do get it. Hold on. Stop everything. Tell me that stands, man. TJ Huntington picked it up. And that was, I think, Vontrez Kilgore? Like one of the auto-generated guys? It was. And that looked clean to me. And if that is, in fact, clean, no booth review. All right, things just severely changed for us. I can't even believe it. Time to lock in, and let's get this dub. Come on, Scooby. Wow, that was anticlimactic. Defense made an amazing play, and I turned the ball right back over to him. I thought I had Scooby, man. Wow. Well, that was embarrassing. I was about to cue the epic music on that drive. Don't need any epic music now. And we are, in fact, going to take our 2nd loss of the season and our 2nd loss to the Eels. So this is definitely a heated rivalry now, as the Eels seem to have our number, and we're not going to see them anymore this season unless we meet them in the playoffs. Mason Buchanan over 300 yards, but no touchdowns. That's kind of weird. And Drew Thompson, an abysmal 47% completion percentage. That's got to be my lowest all time. He's usually pinpoint accurate. Not in this game. 263, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. JJ Huntington, he did kind of start to get it going. I mean, a good yards per carry average at 5. He had 66 yards, a touchdown. And Briner never really has a lot of yards per carry, but 2 touchdowns. That was ultimately the difference maker. Gerald Everett cooked us all game. JJ is a pass catcher, 5 for 55, though, so he was all out there. Ray caught 4 catches for 42 yards. Ty Huntington had 4 for 63 and a touchdown. Scooby had been playing amazing as of late. Pretty quiet in that one. He goes 4 for 31. Grombriner, 3 for 9. And Jake Powers, 2 for 74. Man, had he caught that Hail Mary bomb and had it counted, it'd been a whole different ball game. Defensively, TJ Huntington was all over the place, 9 tackles and a TFL. That was awesome to see, and so was Johnny Waters, who we just brought in, 9 tackles and 2 tackles for loss. That was awesome. John Kraft had 8, no interceptions though, could have used some from him. Brandon Moore had 7 tackles, that's it. Jaden Taylor had 5 and a TFL. Jelani Tavai had that game-stealing pick 6. Alex Powers had 4 tackles. Let's see, Venzel Kilgore had that forced fumble that should have and almost won us the game. Dr. Dre Harris had 3 tackles and 2 pass deflections. Amari Taylor had 3 tackles. Kringle had 2. Okay. Aiden Leslie had 1. Tubby McDouble got in with a tackle. Wow. And Emerson Rose Miser had 1. Anyways, that was a tough loss for us. Good win by the OKC Eels. And let's check out all the subscriber stats around the league here in Week 8. Rochester Rebels absolutely down the St. Louis Sentinels, so that's not good for them. They just added a subscriber. And Ashton Saber had only 145 yards and a touchdown, so not a really great game from him. Dyson Frederick ran 11 times for 49. And Saber ran 3 times for 11. Receiving wise here, we just added, let's see, Dyson Frederick. We just added a subscriber receiver. Where is he at? My apologies, that must be on a different team I'm thinking of. See, I'm getting my wires crossed, man. Look, you guys got to give me props for remembering all these subscriber players at the end of every episode. It's a little bit crazy, if you ask me, but there's our new subscriber, Jalen Valentine. I was thinking they added a receiver. It was a defensive end, but Valentine, 1 tackle and a big TFL in there as well. But unfortunately, the Sentinels do take the loss in this one. Louisville Fighters get back in the W column against the Akron Summits. We got 1 subscriber on each team here. Quarterback Dragon Zetron did not really play too great, but he did just enough. 162 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. See if he did anything on the ground. He did run 6 times for 34 yards, so there is that. And as far as our subscriber safety, Charlie Wicker, did he do anything in this game? Why am I not seeing him? Oh, there he is, right in front of me. He had 5 tackles, a TFL, and a pass deflection, so a stat sheet stuffer, some may say. And I'm sure that helped propel the Fighters to a nice win over the Summits. Kissimmee Crocs get a big win over the Massachusetts Smithies. Coach Chris Vaden and the boys, they were doing pretty good, but they're kind of in a tough stretch as of right now. Silas Vaden, only 104 yards, so not really a good game, really at all, by his standards. Jax Vaden, the running back, had 10 for 44, and also Silas Vaden ran 2 times for 9 yards. Receiving, Blake Altenhofen, a really good game. He had 6 catches for 77 yards and both of Patrick Mahomes' touchdowns. So a really good game there for Blake. And of course, we got our safety, Ishmael Balog. He had 6 tackles, so could have used some game-wrecking plays in there. Unfortunately, did not get him. But a very, very convincing win by the Kissimmee Crocs. Juneau Snow Owls take a tough 3-point loss to the Savannah Spirits, who we play next episode. We play the Spirits and then the Snow Owls, as a matter of fact. So we're about to see both of these subscriber teams here. Caleb Hayes back in Caleb Hayes forms here. 259 through the air, 4 touchdowns. Did have 2 picks, so got to watch that. But overall, a good game. And Caleb Fusco, who we just added, 249 and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. But the Spirits still got the win. Daniel Banks ran 13 times for 69 yards, averaging 5.3 yards per carry. Caleb Fusco ran 4 times for 17. And 2 Calebs. I just realized that. Spelled differently, though. Caleb Hayes ran 3 times for 13. Receiving, Dallas Bolton. He exploded last week with 3 touchdowns. A bit quieter, but still a good game. 8 for 71. DeAndre Smith had 3 catches for 38 and a touchdown. George Smith went 2 for 20. And Daniel Banks went 2 for 14. Defensively, we got a lot of subscribers here on the Spirits. So middle linebacker Cam O'Shea, he had 6 tackles and a pass deflection. Jackson Prime had 5 tackles and 3 pass deflections. Okay. I see you, Jackson. Trustin Smith Jr. had 4 tackles, no picks or anything like that. D Ford just piling up the sacks, man. 1 TFL, 1 sack, and 4 tackles. Really good performance by him. Linebacker Jaden Hayes had 2 tackles and a pass deflection as well. So, have not played the Spirits yet. We're going to see them next week. And after that game against the Eels, I might be a little bit scared. Portland Destroyers, they destroyed the Silverbacks for sure. They stayed true to their name. Silverbacks having a rough go at it this season. They were contending last season, but this season it's been tough sledding. QB Dominic Young here, 223 through the air, 2 touchdowns, no picks. And Kyrie Brooks, tough day at the office, man. 249, 1 touchdown, but 4 interceptions. That is going to always be tough to overcome. And his brother, Aveiro Brooks, ran 8 times for 27. Kleblek, the receiver, had a random carry in there for 5 yards. Kyrie Brooks ran 2 times for 4. And then Dominic Young also 2 times for 4. And getting a look at the receiving of subscriber Alexander Kleblek. Quieter game in terms of yardage. 3 catches, 22 yards. But adding to his touchdown total, and that was just one of many being scored by the Portland Destroyers today. Battle of the subscriber QBs over here in the AFC East. Portland Lobsters drop a low-scoring game to the Providence Red Raiders. Neither quarterback really, this might be just a rough quarterback week. I feel like in Sim, every once in a while, like it'll be a specific position that struggles. I don't know if that's true, but Tito Flames, first game here in the SFL, $179, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Chase Kaiser, only 110 yards, a touchdown, and 1 interception. And Tito Flames ran 7 times for 28. Chase Kaiser ran 6 times for 17. But the Red Raiders do pull away in this low defensive game in the AFC East. Toronto Thunderbirds get a nice win over the Dakota Pronghorns, so they are back to their winning ways. Quarterback Jordan Baker threw for 154, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. Gianni Cortese, even though they lost, he is up there in terms of stats, man. 282, 1 touchdown, and 1 INT, but he's getting some stats this season, okay? Caleb King, tough game. 15 for 29, only average of 1.9 per carry. And Gianni Cortese ran 4 times for 17. Jordan Baker, the QB, ran 2 times for 14. Receiving, it was a quiet game for Barnaby Hunt, but his team got the win, so you can't really argue with that. 2 catches for 16 yards. And then checking on the stats of our new subscriber defender here, Hayden Ward-Fair. He had 2 tackles, and that was it. But Thunderbirds, I'm sure you guys are happy about this. Pronghorns, you guys were playing pretty good, but took a little bit of backslide this week against the T-Birds. Milwaukee Motors just added a new subscriber, and guess what? They get a victory over our division opponent who never seems to get any wins, our brothers team. Alex Thompson, they only got 1 win on the season. So Thompson played okay, 235, a touchdown, no picks. Cooper Fox, 218, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Crab Kingsley, a good game. Maybe not as, so many yards at 14 for 48, but 2 touchdowns. I'm sure the Motors will take that any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Cooper Fox ran 8 times for 33, and Alex Thompson did run 3 times for 10 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, we got DeMar DeRozan, 2 catches for 48 yards and a monster touchdown. And then Sam Fox, only 2 for 34. So a bit quiet there. Bobby Boulder, the left tackle, did not allow any sacks, so that is awesome to see. And then subscriber safety Ace Hondo had 6 tackles and a pass deflection. So congrats to the Milwaukee Motors getting back in the dub column. NC Flyers, the tough season continues for them. And speaking of tough seasons, the Las Vegas Jacks, they have also only won 1 game on the season, I believe. Quarterback Devin Fry and the Rough Riders, they're the best team in the SFL right now. Watch out. They have the best record. Now that we lost this game, sole possession of the best record in the league. And Devin Fry went for 240 and 4 touchdowns. Drew Vincent had some yards at 257, but no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Always going to be tough to come back from that. Both subscriber running backs on the Jacks, though, had a touchdown. Caleb Small, 8 for 57 and a score. And then Harley K's 8 for 30 and a score as well. And then receiving wise here, Damon Cody had 5 for 50. Mike LaMadrid, the tight end, 2 for 46. Harley Case had 3 for 21, and Caleb Smallz 1 for 12. And defensively for the Jacks, Adrian Mew III, the safety, he had 4 tackles, nothing else besides that. Hudson Dean Miser, he had 3 tackles as well. Augustine Miser, who was top 5 in tackles, not sure if he still will be after this game, he had 3. And we also have Herbie McMath, the defensive tackle, had 1 tackle, and that is it. Jessica Miser also 1 tackle, and that is it. So tough day here for the Jacks, and shout out to the Fort Worth Rough Riders, best team in the SFL right now. A big victory here for the Montana Mountain Lions. They get a 41-17 dub over the Sacramento Sharks. McDonald's 10-piece, he was playing some good football today. 237, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Rico Johnson, he had 225, 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. So, gotta watch those picks, man. I should know. I throw them all the time. Liz Marlowe, the running back, only 8 for 39 and no touchdowns. And Rico Johnson, he went 8 for 27. McDonald's 10-piece had a score, 6 for 20 and a touchdown. And receiver Christian Bangle also had 2 carries for 9. They may have lost, but man, Gerald Cole on the Sharks, he had a good game. 3 for 105 and 2 touchdowns. Traquan O'Neal went 5 for 56. Gavin Goat, 4 for 38, but a big-time scorer in there as well. Lonnie Marlowe, the tight end, 3 for 29. And Christian Bangle, only 1 for 13. So nothing too crazy there for whoever I just said. Christian Bangle, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Dean Miser, the superstar, or not superstar, X Factor, yes, maybe, I don't remember. He had 6 tackles and a TFL, and a pass deflection too. So a really good game from him. Blake Miser, I know, is superstar X Factor. A good game also. 6 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a half a sack. That was really good to see from him. And getting a look at some of the other defenders here. Billy Bob Joe, the strong safety, 2 tackles and 2 pass deflections. Easton Dwayne Marlowe, 2 tackles and a half a sack. So the Sharks had a good defensive performance. They just couldn't put points on the board for whatever reason. King Lay on the Mountain Lions had 2 tackles and a pass deflection. Roger Miser, the cornerback, had 2 tackles, okay. And that may be it. Yes, that is it. So a really nice, high-scoring win for the Montana Mountain Lions. This was a matchup right here. The Salem Steelhawks, they're playing great football too. They get a 28-25 win over the San Jose Industrials. And Cameron Moore had a clean game. 202, 3 touchdowns, but no interceptions. That 0 interception category, that's what's going to win you ball games right there. And Cameron Moore did just that. Ian Taliercio, the halfback, 17 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown. So nice work for Ian. He's having a pretty good season as well. Easy Fuentes went 9 for 86. A really good game for him. So shout out to Easy getting back in the win column. JJ Redd on the Steelhawks, he went 4 for 48 and a score. Ian Taliercio had 2 for 30. Tight end Joe Uno had 3 for 28. And a new subscriber, Hingle, that's why I messed that up. Hingle McCringleberry, only 1 catch for 10 yards, so oddly quiet game there from him. New left tackle Jerry Tress, he did allow a sack, but, fortunately for the Steelhawks, it must not have been a very important one. Cornerback Josh Pickney on the Industrials, he had 6 tackles. No picks or anything like that. Let's see. Who do we got up here? We have Dominic Marinai, the defensive tackle. 3 tackles and a tackle for loss. So pretty good game from him, I would say. It's Oreo on the Steelhawks, had 2 tackles and a TFL. And Daniel THG had an interception. Great to see. Love to see some subscribers getting picks because it doesn't always happen. And a tackle as well. So a really nice work there by Daniel THG. And I know we're missing no stats there for not Oreo. That's kind of odd because he's usually stuffing the stat sheet, but just like a double stuffed Oreo, but not in this game. But regardless, a nice win by the Steelhawks and a tough, close loss by the San Jose Industrials. Another back-to-back 28-25 games. So the Revolution pull away from the Albany Argonauts by a slim margin of 3. Noah Acro, 196 yards is not that much, but 3 touchdowns is. So I would say a really good game. Craig Ray, 225, a TD, and 2 interceptions. See, the quarterbacks that throw picks lose. I know, because I threw one and I just lost. So there you go. That's usually how it works. Bobby Donuts, 19 for 63, no touchdowns, so a pretty quiet game from him. Noah Acro scrambled 7 times for 18, but even though they lost, shout out Craig Ray, the quarterback, ran 5 times for 14 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Dunkin' Donuts, first good game we've seen from him. First great game, 10 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown. That's awesome to see. BT Taylor also had a good game too, 3 for 48 and a touchdown. And Jeff Burke, who has been the guy who has been lighting it up with touchdowns, 2 for 27. And David Njoku, I always highlight him because we used to have him, 2 for 12. And Bobby Donuts, 2 for 10. So yeah, good to see, some subscribers that haven't been performing that well as of late, at least having some good games here in this week. You love to see that. Eli Acro, 7 tackles and 2 TFLs. That's a pretty good game from him, I would say. Gio Cruz on the Revolution, 4 tackles and 2 TFLs. So definitely a good game there. Jameer Juice, the cornerback, had 3 tackles and 1 pass deflection. And am I missing anybody? That is the question. Chuck Pick, who we just added. Unfortunately, no stats, but that's all right. Sure, he'll bounce back and get some next week, but nice close win by the Roswell Revolution. Wow, Jersey Shore D's finally get a win. They were on a skid as of late. If you guys don't know, they won the Super Bowl in season number 1. They put up a 40 bomb against the Memphis Suns. Lamar Jackson, always tough to play against here. And quarterback Nick Strickland, though, he played good. 272 through the air, 3 touchdowns, and he was also clean on the touchdown interception ratio. Also ran 6 times for 18 yards as well. But I guess it just wasn't enough. Jesse Moore, he's back, baby. 8 catches, 109 yards, no touchdowns, but still a really good game. Tommy Pickle had 6 for 76. And then Miguel Guerrero, who we just added, he had 7 catches for 62. And of course, can't forget about Aiden Grau here on the defense, the cornerback, 7 tackles and a pass deflection. So I'm sure Jersey Shore D fans can breathe a sigh of relief as they realize their season is not over. They get a much needed victory over a very hot Memphis Suns team. And finally, the Boulder Rockies, who may be tied with the Fort Worth Rough Riders. I'm not sure. It's in the Discord, or it will be if it's not already. But either way, they're having a great season. Battle of the subscriber QBs here. Lucas Thomas, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. And new subscriber Nick Snow, not the greatest SFL debut, 183 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Running back AJ Hance, wow. This is a game. This is a game. 14 carries, 142 yards, averaging 10.1 yards per carry, and a touchdown. AJ, player of the week, I would say. Lucas Thomas also ran 4 times for 16, and Nick Snow ran 3 times for 13. Receiving, Austin Lucas had himself a good game too. 7 catches for 76 yards. So nice to see him having himself a stellar game. And defensively, AJ Hall, so the other half of the Hall brothers, identical twins, separated at birth is the storyline here. They're back together on the same team, and AJ had 9 tackles, a half a sack, and a pass deflection. So a really strong performance from him. And W. Mans on the Manatees had 4 tackles. So Boulder Rockies, very good win. They got a good season going. St. Pete Manatees, they fall to a tough one here. And if you did not see your subscriber team, don't fret. That just means you were on a bye this week. As you see, we got our bye coming up week 11, and we also take on the Spirits for the first time. We're now tied, so this NFC South just became way more jumbled up between us, the Spirits, and the Eels. Every game is uber important. The Flyers, they're just kind of flying around back there, and then we take on the Snow Owls. So subscriber-packed matchups every single week here in the SFL. If you're not joined, join the league now. You are highly, highly missing out. Just ask around. But that is going to do it for me tonight, guys. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.